Two men harassing a lady women, unaware Jim Carrey was nearby. Where are you from listening and watching? Please tell us in comment. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for latest videos. It was a typical weekday evening as the bustling city began to quiet down with the retreat of the sun. The sky was painted in shades of orange and lavender, and streetlights flickered to life one by one. Among the streams of people returning home, Sophia, a professional woman in her late 20s, was making her way back after a long day at work. She carried her laptop bag over one shoulder and her phone in the other hand, her footsteps brisk as she chose her usual shortcut, a quieter, narrower alley that shaved precious minutes off her commute. Sophia was used to this route. Though a bit secluded, it was usually uneventful, and she had always felt safe enough taking it. However, today, something felt different. She noticed two men, Mark and Jake, loitering near a corner. Both appeared to be in their 30s, casually dressed but with a certain air of mischief about them. They were leaning against the wall, exchanging banter and laughter, their voices carrying a tinge of mockery that made Sophia uneasy. As Sophia walked past them, she sensed their eyes following her. Their conversation ceased, replaced by a low whistle. She ignored it, as most women are conditioned to do, and kept her pace steady. But a few steps later, she heard their footsteps behind her, deliberately slow and deliberate. "Hey, gorgeous," one of them called out, his voice loud and teasing. It was Mark. "Where are you off to in such a hurry?" Sophia's heartbeat quickened, but she kept walking, pretending not to hear. Her instincts told her to remain calm, but the tension in her chest grew with every step. Jake joined in, his tone mocking. "Come on, don't be rude. We're just being friendly here." Sophia turned her head slightly, just enough to catch a glimpse of their sly smiles. Her voice was firm, though her hands trembled. "Leave me alone." For a moment, the men seemed surprised by her assertiveness, but they quickly recovered, and their smirks widened. Mark chuckled. "Feisty, aren't you? We like that." Sophia felt a surge of fear as they continued to close the distance between them. She clutched her phone tightly, her thumb hovering over the emergency dial button. Her mind raced, calculating her options. The alley was mostly deserted, and no help seemed immediately available. The taunts escalated. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" Jake sneered. "Afraid of a little company?" Sophia didn't respond this time. Instead, she quickened her pace, hoping to reach the end of the alley before they got any closer. But the men matched her speed, their laughter now louder and more menacing. When Jake reached out as if to grab her bag, the situation seemed dire. Just as panic was about to overtake her, a strong and commanding voice cut through the tension. "Hey, what's going on here?" The words echoed sharply in the narrow alley. Mark and Jake froze mid-step, startled. Turning around, Sophia saw two joggers approaching, a man and a woman, both exuding a sense of purpose and determination. The man, Daniel, was tall and broad-shouldered, his stance radiating authority. The woman, Emily, was slightly smaller but equally resolute, her phone already in her hand, its camera pointed at the two men. "Is there a problem?" Daniel's voice was calm but firm, his gaze fixed on the harassers. Sophia's voice trembled as she replied, "They've been following me and wouldn't leave me alone." Emily stepped closer to Sophia, placing herself protectively between her and the men. "Back off," she said sharply, her phone still recording. "Or do you want the cops to see this video?" Mark and Jake exchanged nervous glances. Their bravado began to wane as they realized they were outnumbered and being recorded. Muttering under their breath, they turned and walked away, their earlier arrogance replaced with cowardice. As they disappeared down the alley, Sophia felt her knees weaken. She turned to her rescuers, tears of relief welling up in her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. "I didn't know what to do." Daniel gave her a reassuring smile. "You're safe now. Are you okay?" Do you want us to call someone for you? Emily put a comforting hand on Sophia's shoulder. You should definitely report this to the authorities. People like that shouldn't get away with this. Sophia nodded, her voice still shaky. I will. I just need to get out of here first. The trio walked together to the main street, where the presence of other pedestrians and bright lights made Sophia feel safer. As they walked, Emily kept talking to Sophia, helping her regain her composure. That night, Sophia filed a police report, sharing the video evidence that Emily had captured. The authorities assured her they would investigate, and knowing that action was being taken gave her some peace of mind. Though shaken, Sophia left that experience with a renewed sense of the importance of community and the power of standing up for others. Daniel and Emily's intervention had been timely and brave, and their actions reminded her, and others, of the difference one can make by choosing to step in and help.